Welcome back to Axe the Tax. This is the show where we take your tax demands to the Finance Minister. This year too, we presented this booklet with all the things that you wrote into us that you want changed. Time now to focus on another of your demands. Most of you all have written in asking for more simplification, implementation of the Ishwar Committee recommendations. This is a report filed by Smita Nair.
In my own case, they have sent me this year a notice of adjustment of refund, and that refund adjustment, they are saying that we will adjust your whole refund against the outstanding demands.
T.P. Oswal, a chartered accountant, was shocked when he received a notice from the Income Tax Department for adjusting his refund against an outstanding demand of rupees 40 lakh.
This shows the demand for the assessment year 2001 to 2010, all 9 years assessment. Now, assessment year 2001 was completed in the normal course under section 143.3. We have received the order, there was no demand is payable. Subsequent year, there is some case where there was some demand payable which we have paid, 100 rupees, 200 rupees. In two cases where we said that you made a mistake, there was no refund, no demand payable by me, and we have requested for refund and they rectified that. They say, sorry, there is no demand in your case. Still, those all cases are cropped in as demand against me. The demand against me is to the tune of 40 lakhs. And they have adjusted against my 50 lakhs of rupees refund.
The Ishwar panel was constituted by the government in October 2015 to provide a fair and predictable tax regime. It made several recommendations to simplify tax procedures, reduce litigation and resolve disputes. Prime among them was to desist from the practice of adjusting tax demand of a taxpayer whose tax return is under assessment against legitimate refunds due.
The chartered accountant in practice is facing this problem. You can imagine what will be the fate of a normal man. My personal opinion is, bring accountability in the tax department. Ishwar Committee very honestly done a wonderful job, and they should at least act on it. And this is a time during the budget. If they don't act, it's a loss of opportunity.
Joining us now, Gokul Chaudhri. He's leader, direct practice at BMR Advisors. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. Now, simplification of tax filing. A lot has already been done. So why is the need for more work to be done in this space?
I think these are measures which enable people who are coming into the tax bracket from the unorganized sector to become more comfortable with the concept of paying tax honestly without having the rigors of the large tax department bearing down on them.
And also the use of technology. Once you reduce the human interface, many feel that corruption will go down. What about technology? What can be done on the technology front?
Absolutely. Now, if you look at what the government has done in the last few years, is trying to move a number of tax compliances online. What it is doing so is not just for the personal tax returns, but also the corporate tax returns. The entire TDS mechanism has gone on to a different platform. They've started outsourcing some of the functions, like getting a simple permanent account number. Earlier, a permanent account number meant you had to apply to the tax department. Now you go to an outsourcing agent, like you go for the passport office, also you have an outsourcing agent. These organizations are able to provide better customer service and look at taxpayers as a customer and provide them the service of getting even a permanent account number, rectifying that number, correcting that number, and also uploading your returns and so forth.
Right.
The question which is there is how much more effectiveness we should be able to bring into this process. The second aspect which I think is troubling people a little bit is that technology at the moment seems to be working only one way, which is that the data is moving onto the technology platform from the taxpayer, but when the taxpayer really wants to reach out because something is not going right or he's not understanding something, he really doesn't have a help desk facility. So he needs the ability to be able to have the platform equally provide him the service in a two-way manner.
Right. Thank you so much for clarifying some of those important issues, Mr. Chaudhri. And we certainly hope the Finance Minister is listening. On to your final tax demand. You want an axe on the service charge collected by many restaurants. The government cannot do anything right now, but many of you all have written into us saying that you want certain guidelines to be framed. Reena Bhardwaj